Hello and welcome or welcome back to this channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new here, then I feel like Spirit guided you in this direction. So I'm excited for today's reading. We are asking Spirit what your crush thinks of you. Now, keep in mind, a crush could be anyone, someone that you're crushing on at work, someone you're talking to online or messaging, someone that you are crushing on from afar, regardless of what the connection is or where you are in the connection with this person, we're going to zero in on this particular person, your crush, and what they think of you. So we are going to be using a different tarot deck for each of the piles today. And I have a plethora of oracle that I'm going to be shuffling on camera. Just so that we could get a pretty accurate representation of what they think of you. So I'm excited about that. Remember that all the oracle and the tarot decks that I'll be using will be down below in the description box if you are curious of what is going on in the readings today. So without further ado, let's get into the pile selection. So using the Blossoms of Wisdom Oracle, I pre-shuffled and these three cards came out for the collective energy today, which is pretty exciting. So for pile number 1, we will be using the Mermaid Tarot deck for your reading today. And we also have this passion flower and it says awareness, mystery at the bottom here. So pile number 1 with the passion flower and the Mermaid Oracle. For pile number 2, the rose. And it says enduring love, personal growth. And we will be using the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck for pile 2. For pile 3, the clover came out, which is kind of interesting. If you're coming across this video at the time I'm posting, St. Patrick's Day just passed, so I thought Spirit is pretty aligned with these oracles that came out for the pile selections. But it says clover, luck, and simplicity. And this is a 4-leaf clover. We will also be using the Light Seer's tarot deck for pile 3. Okay, so I didn't want to add any gems or crystals because I didn't want to overload you with options. So I just stuck with the oracle and the tarot deck, if that matters to you. So once again, for pile 1, we have the passion flower and it says awareness and mystery. And we will be using the Mermaid tarot deck. For pile 2, we have the rose and it says enduring love, personal growth. And we will be using the Alice in Wonderland tarot deck for that reading. And for pile 3, we have the clover and it says luck and simplicity. And we will be using the Light Seer's tarot deck. Okay, so feel free to pause at this time if you need to meditate to see which pile you're more aligned to. If you have more than one crush, feel free to check out more than one pile. But for those of you that may only have one person on their mind, I will see you at your reading. So without further ado, bye everyone. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile 1. If you chose this passion flower, this blue flower, or if you chose the Mermaid tarot deck, then this is your reading. So I did want to look at this for a moment. Now, when I was shuffling off camera, the first thing that caught my attention when this card came out was the word passion, not the actual flower itself. So we're going to see. you know? We're asking Spirit today what your crush is thinking of you. So whether there's passion or not. Now we also have the words awareness and mystery. And the energy I'm picking up is kind of that energy of not knowing too much about this person yet, or vice versa. You both might be mysteries to each other, depending on, what the connection is. Again, this is your crush. So you might not even be talking to this person. Like, I have no idea. But we're going to find out, like, does this person notice you? And for most of you, you might already know if that's a yes or no. But really specifically, what is this person thinking of you? This person that you are crushing on. Okay. So, thank you, Spirit, for being here today with this energy as we're tuning in to pile one and the energy of pile one's crush. And we're asking today, Spirit, again, thank you for being here so much. We are asking today, what is pile one's crush thinking of or thinking about of pile one? What are they thinking of pile one at this time? Okay, we're going to start with 4 and then we're going to get some clarifiers. So, Spirit, what is pile one's crush thinking about them? What are their thoughts about pile one? Pile one, that's way too much. What is pile one's heart? 4 of Pentacles, upright. Pile one's crush thinking about them. And we have the World. Now, the World is card number 21, which is the last card in the major arcana. What is pile one's crush thinking of pile one right now, Spirit? Okay. 7 of Wands in reverse. Let me show it to you upright, though. It's like a scuba diver being surrounded by mermen. He's cooked. All right, so we have the 7 of Wands, but it's in reverse. So let's see what that energy is about. Let's get the rest of the cards out. So what else, Spirit? What is pile one's crush thinking about when it comes to pile one? How do they see pile one? Okay. 5 of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers and then we're going to get into it. What is your crush thinking of you? What are their thoughts? Do they even have thoughts of you? And what are they? What are your crush's thoughts of you? What are they thinking about you? I feel like this wanted to come out. The Sun. The Sun clarified by the 4 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. What is your crush? Pile one's crush thinking of pile one, Spirit. Okay, so we have 2 cards coming up. 7 of Cups, upright, and it's coming with, what is this? The Star in reverse. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's see what else. Spirit, why is the 7 of Wands in reverse here? What is this crush thinking about pile one? What is pile one's crush thinking about? Okay. We have the Chariot coming up right. Wow. What is the 5 of Swords here? Pile one's crush thinking. What is this? The Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So let's see. We have Leo energy coming up, strong Leo energy with the world and the sun. Some Aquarius with the star. Chariot, Cancer, moon energy. Okay. So what is your crush thinking of you? Under the sea. Let's see. So your crush definitely sees your value. I see the Four of Pentacles and it's coming up with the sun. So I do feel like the energy or the feeling that I am getting is your crush wanting to hold on to whatever the energy is currently at this time. So if you guys are flirting or making eye contact, like again, this is your crush. So it really could be any type of connection. It really doesn't have to be like again, when I think of a crush, this could be someone that you might not even are not even communicating with. This could also be someone that you are getting to know. Maybe you met them online, or maybe you exchange numbers in person and you're kind of just getting to know each other. So it could be any of that. But what I'm seeing is this person is seeing your value. Okay, whoever this is. And I feel like they're feeling a sense of joy. The sun is not for nothing. And if they are looking at you like the sun, I'm sensing really beautiful energy when they are thinking of you. Kind of like you might be the only bright spot in their day. If you work with this person, for example, which you might not, I'm really not getting any pentacle. Well, the Four of Pentacles, but I mean, you may or may not. Five of Pentacles coming at the bottom of the deck. But for example, like if you worked with this person, you might be like the most exciting part of their day, like when they get to see you. But even if you don't work with this person and you might be like communicating with them and you might, be crushing on this person and in texting mode, this could also be the person like really excited to get your text, to get that ding, to get that notification. So that's the energy I'm feeling. Like they are looking at your value and they're crushing on you. They're feeling really happy with your energy. Okay. However, I do sense that they are coming in with other type of energy. They might be healing from something, or they might have ended something with someone where they have a little bit of residual energy from that past relationship. Now, with the world, that could mean that they're ending a cycle, but that could also mean that they're ready for a new beginning. They might be really weighing the options when it comes to you, like what that might look like if you and them actually grounded this into the 3D, where this is not just in your imagination. What would that look like? But with the star coming up in reverse, they might be feeling a little negative about it, like that you might be too far out of reach. Potentially that you might be, they might be crushing on you. And their perspective is you might be hard to get. Okay. So that's the energy I'm getting. Now, here we go with the Chariot. Now, I do think that your crush is potentially wanting to take action. and lay down the groundwork for some type of beginning. With the Seven of Wands in reverse, I'm getting more of the energy of this person wanting to, I don't know, kind of open up, be a little bit more open to your energy. Maybe not be in the guarded energy they may have been in the past, especially if they are bringing in some type of residual side effects of like a past connection that they might be releasing. But take it as it resonates. It might not be someone they're releasing that was within the last few months. Like it could have been like a long ago energy that they still kind of have. But I feel like when it comes to you, your crush is thinking of, I feel like they're crushing on you too. I feel like they want to move forward. They want to come at you with the new beginning. But again, I don't know how confident they feel. Now, and that could also be because they might think there's some competition. You know, with the Five of Swords, I'm getting that sense that this person is looking at you like you got options. And this might even be them thinking about like, man, pile number one is awesome. Like pile one's energy is incredible. They have to have other people. They have to have other options. And again, this might not be the case. Pile one, you might not have anyone else in mind, but I feel like they think they need to win you over. And they might not be feeling too confident, you know, with the Queen of Swords. This could be their energy where, and again, this could be man, woman, it doesn't matter. It's just the energy. Okay. And we all have both feminine and masculine energy. But because of the Queen, so if your person is not a woman, doesn't matter. But take it as it resonates. I'm sensing that this person might think that they can't get you, that you might be hard to get. There might be competition. Okay, so that's the initial energy I am getting. Let me drink some water. Hang on one second. Thank you. Like, just to get right back into it, I feel like what do I want to use? Let's do this. I want to see what using the Divine Animal Oracle, like what energy, what animal are you represented like when they're thinking of you. So, but as I'm shuffling this oracle, I wanted to mention that with the Four of Pentacles and the Sun, like I really do feel like they see your value. And I know I've said that already, but what I mean is like they're looking at you, they see your beauty, they see your independence. They're seeing like that you probably have that emotional side as well. And that you could bring anyone joy and happiness. Like something about your energy is really attractive. And they're feeling like magnified toward it or attracted toward your energy with this Sun. You know, it's hard to avoid the Sun. And if they see that and they see your value, they might think, you know, that other people see it too. Okay. All right. I don't know why I'm shuffling one more time. Okay. Spirit. Interesting energy. This person, you know, if you're wondering if there's such a mystery right now, like they are, you know, they're feeling it. There's a lot of major arcana. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Four. We have, oh, and don't forget, bottom of the deck energy. What is this? Five of Pentacles in reverse. You know, that confidence of, are you going to say yes if they ask you out? Are you going to reciprocate? They might be thinking about this stuff. Don't assume that it's only you if you're thinking about it too. I feel like they're thinking about it. And they're getting in their mind about it because they're feeling you're making them feel like self-conscious. That's the energy I'm getting. Okay. Aware. Forgot about that. Awareness. Like they're feeling like self-aware. And it's bringing like feelings of whether or not they are like at your level. Okay, let's get the animal spirit with the divine animal. Pile One's crush. What is Pile One's crush thinking of Pile One? What animal best represents what Pile One's crush? Wolf. Card number 17, which is the star. So they are looking at you, and what does it say? It says authenticity. Like you are just someone that is in your divine energy. You must really got it going on, Pal One, because your crush sees it. Look at the wolf is beautiful, sexy. Like a silent, I don't want to say predator. I don't think you're a predator, Pal One, but almost like, gosh, like a lone wolf. They might see you as very independent. They might see you, what's the bottom of the deck? Snow leopard. Look at these animals. Really strong, really in their power, like warrior power. So I wanted to get another oracle with the true love. Using the true love oracle spirit. What? Just to get the energy, like what type of action or energy or thoughts does Pile One's crush have for Pile One at this time with the true love oracle spirit? Thank you. What card? Boundaries. Okay. This could be the energy that I'm getting immediately is this is what they think you have right now. You might have your boundaries up, or you might not be the type of person that is so flirty. You might be the mysterious one. All right, let's get one more of the true love. We have a couple of other oracles I want to get into, but just want one more. Spirit, what does Pal One's crush think of Pal One? What card best helps? What are they thinking about? Oh, wow. The divine feminine. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. What should I do? Okay, I'm gonna put this. Sorry, I forgot this card has a little bit of boobage. I'll just say that. Okay. Oopsie. So, but what I got so excited because divine feminine, like that is the energy I was getting. Like they are looking at you like the star. Card number 17. Like you are in your divine, your power, your warrior, and they see it. Bottom of the deck, the gardener. They want to plant seeds. They might be planting seeds in your direction. And I'm feeling the energy that they are crushing on you too. I mean, even like looking at this mermaid in the Four of Pentacles, like how beautiful this mermaid is, like brushing their hair. You might have very attractive features that they are just aligned with, like something about your attractiveness, like they see your value. I'm sensing the passion. So this is the Romance Angels, and I wanted to get a few, maybe 2 or 3, just to also get any other, insights of what your crush is thinking about you right now. So, Spirit, any other insights or details about what Pile One's crush is thinking about Pile One right now? Romance Angel cards. What is the... So we got, it is safe for you to love. And it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. This could be the past energy I was sensing earlier, that this person might be coming out of a cycle with someone, and where they're starting to feel like, okay, maybe Pile One is someone that I could go toward. But they're still lacking a little confidence. Let's see what else, Spirit. Okay. Bottom of the deck, stay optimistic about your love life. This could be a message for you, but this could also be for them. Like, that's the attitude they have right now. They are, I don't know where to put this. I'll put it here. Like, they are just working themselves up toward taking action. New love, that's what it feels like. Finances and career, give your relationship a chance. Like, this is all kind of connecting, where I feel like they are starting to get that energy, and you might be feeling it too. Whether it's you that makes the move or them, I feel like, and again, you could work with this person or not. This could just also be what else they're thinking about, what else is going on in their minds. But, with the give your relationship a chance, stay optimistic, new love, it's safe for you to love, boundaries. Like, I just feel like this person is ready, or at least getting there. But I do feel there's a little bit of intimidation. Like, something about your energy is, I don't know. It could be scary when you're crushing on someone and you just get in your head about it because you're just feeling all these beginning feelings and sensations and butterflies. Like, you might be at that stage. This could also be a long-term crush. And if that's the case, then this person is also like at that stage, it feels like, where their mindset is getting to a better place when it comes to you and this. Okay? All right. I want to end today's reading with the Moonology, the original, just to get what your crush is thinking about you, whether there's going to be any action or not, or, any other detail we could get in that department. Let me give it one more quick shuffle, and let me cut the deck for you, Pile One, since you are my first reading today. Okay, so Spirit, what can you tell us about Pile One's crush using the Moonology? Like, what? As we close out today's reading, like, what could we expect? Any messages? What Pile One's crush is thinking about Pile One, Spirit? Anything that we could learn? That's way too many. I think I'm going to stick with 2. And then bottom of the deck, it's time to release negativity. That makes sense. Full moon in Scorpio. That like this person is, if they're coming out of something, and it could be like a past cycle, a past relationship, a past connection with someone, and they are getting into a better mindset, you're helping to pull that energy. So it says, look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sag. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Fresh start. And take the horoscope signs as they resonate. This could also just be energy as for the reading in general. So your hard work is paying off. Now, this again could be the energy of your crush really trying to get into a really good mind space so that they can match your energy, because the way that they are valuing you, they might not feel like they are ready for that, or that's the energy that they are kind of moving through. And, with the bigger picture, this is fire energy, Sagittarius, Scorpio energy. So I do feel like once they're able to, kind of get out of their head, and again, if this is work related, this could also be them like wondering if it's like when would be a good time. Hi, Cloud. Oh, Cloud is saying hi as we are ending this. Hi, honey. Oh, look at his paw. Hi, honey. Do you want to say hi? Okay. Well, I think this is a good sign to leave your reading here. So I really do think your crush is transitioning. They see you as the sun and the star, to be honest, and they want to take action. How fast that's going to come or how soon, I don't know, but I'm excited to find out where this crush goes. Let me know, in the comments if this reading resonated. That being said, thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello and welcome. If you chose the Alice in Wonderland Tarot, or if you chose the Rose, then this is your reading, pile 2. So the red rose, it says enduring love and personal growth. So much we could talk about when it comes to this rose. Even with the name, I'm thinking like Jack and Rose from Titanic, Rose from the Golden Girls. I've been known to be a Rose. I guess I identify with Rose from the Golden Girls. Love Golden Girls. So even the name Rose is very popular, but the actual flower, very symbolic. So I'm curious, like, what messages we're going to get? Like, what is your crush thinking about when it comes to you, pile 2? So we're asking Spirit, the person that you are crushing on, and again, it could be whatever type of crush connection. Okay, so we're going to tune into the energy of this crush that you have, pile 2. And thank you, Spirit, for being here. Thank you. So today we're asking, the person on pile 2's mind. Pile 2's crush. What are they thinking about when it comes to pile 2, Spirit? We're going to get 4 cards, Spirit. Then we're going to get some clarifiers. Thank you so much again for being here for pile 2. Pile 2's crush thinking about when it comes to pile 2. It's not the easiest deck to shuffle, but wow. Queen of Wands. And it like, that was like, this definitely wanted to come out because, wow, what a cool Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Oh my God, it's a rose. Is it? I don't know how I did not notice that right out the gate. Sorry. Wow. I'm a rose, see? From the Golden Girls. Okay. All right, let's see what else, Spirit. What else? Already, this is so interesting. What is pile two's crush thinking about for pile two? Like, what is on their mind when it comes to pile two, Spirit? What is pile two's crush thinking about when it comes to pile two, Spirit? Justice. So this is card number 11. So we have some Libra energy with the scales. Interesting. Number 11, Major Arcana. Both cards upright. Let's see what else. We're going to get 2 more cards and then clarifier, Spirit. Spirit, what is pile? Let's see. What is this? This is the 7 of Teacups in reverse. So the 7 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Okay. Pile two's person. Is this too many cards? We have 2. Okay, here it is. We got the Ace of Teacups, which is the Ace of Cups, and it's coming out with the 9 of Hedgehogs, the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers, and then we're going to get into it. Pile 2. Spirit, what is pile two's crush thinking about when it comes to pile 2, Spirit? What is the Queen of Wands here? What's pile two's crush thinking about? What is this? The Ace of Hedgehogs, which is the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Sun in reverse. The Sun in reverse. Okay. Wow. Why is the Justice here, Spirit? What is pile two's crush thinking about when it comes to pile 2? So we have, okay, the 4 of Swords. Ooh. Interesting. Why is this 7 of Teacups here, Spirit? What is this in reverse? Why is it here? What's this person thinking about when it comes to pile 2? So I wasn't sure if the King of Hedgehogs, but let me see. Okay. So King of Hedgehogs, which is the King of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Let's get the rest of let's get one more card. Spirit. What is pile two's crush thinking about for pile 2? What's in their mind? How do they think about pile 2? Spirit? Strength. So this is card number 8. And of course it's Leo and it's Sun. The Sun is the guiding sign. And we have the Sun coming out in reverse with the Ace of Teacups with interesting energy. I almost feel King of Swords coming out at the bottom of the deck. I just want to see what's after that. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so Rose, interesting. I feel like you and this person have a history. Maybe this resonates with a few of you, but I'm feeling a little bit of like a false start Or like one of those crushes that are kind of like hot cold, like it never really grounds its energy into something solid. And I think that's what you and this person have been kind of in that loop. But when this person is thinking of you, they see you as the rose. You are the most beautiful flower. You are the most popular as well. The rose is a flower that everyone knows. And I feel like with the Queen of Wands, they view you as someone who is magnetic, like someone that attracts more than the norm, with your beauty, with your attraction, inside and out. Like, I really do feel like they're looking at you. Like, and if you do have blocked energy, like, they are really not happy about it. With the sun in reverse, coming up with the ace of hedgehogs. It's like almost like this person is thinking that they're not going to be able to offer you something that's going to make you happy. Like, if they might think you're looking for something like the ace of pentacles feels like a commitment, like a really big offer. Yet the sun is coming up in reverse. So I almost feel like this person is hesitant to come at you in like that committed way, which might be why there's a little bit of non-action. I'm sensing a little bit of non-action. With the Four of Swords coming up, it feels like this person is in really deep thought about making things better. Something might have gone wrong between you and this person. Or like I said, like, this is your crush, someone you're crushing on. But this feels like a crush that you've had for a while. And sometimes, like, when you're crushing on someone, it's not always like the really light, fun feelings. Sometimes like the crush feeling ends up feeling different. So I'm wondering if you're past that crush stage with this person, and it might be a little bit more deeper. Like, in other words, like you might be a little bit more in with this rose energy, like deep in it with this person. Energetically, even emotionally, you might really that's the energy I'm feeling. Like you're really beyond the light-hearted feelings of a light crush. It feels stronger. Because if this person is already thinking about justice, like, whatever justice is for them, and we're going to see if we could figure that out, they're deep in thought about it when they're thinking about you. They're weighing the options with the scales, with the Libra energy coming up. So we have the King of Pentacles. And it's coming up under the Seven of Cups. Now, once again, I feel like this person, you might work with this person. There are a lot of pentacles coming up. Take it as it resonates. Okay. Some of you might not work with this person, but I still feel like when they're thinking of commitment or offering something, they're not ready for a huge offer toward you. If anything, it's going to be like a little bit slower, which is why you might notice there's not that much movement or action. This person is in they're weighing out their own options. And I'm wondering if they are thinking about whether or not they want to lose their independence. That's the energy I'm getting. You have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Coming out next to the Seven of Cups in reverse. So, and I imagine this person like weighing the options. They might have more than one person that they're thinking about. But if that is the case, You are the rose. You are their best option. Okay? But they might be, they might be also thinking about which road they want to go down when it comes to you. Like as far as commitment or what type of connection would they want. And I think that might be why, if they're not moving forward or making a move, um, why that might be. Or if you are talking with this person and it's like the beginning stages of dating, this person might be really like guarded, taking their time, possibly moving really slow. So I see with the Ace of Cups coming up and the Nine of Pentacles, like I said, like this person is weighing the options. They might not be single. With the Nine of Pentacles, that could also imply that there is someone that they're already in a relationship with, which is why this is coming up in reverse. But that might not be for everyone. And I think you would know if your crush was already in a relationship. If you know for sure they're not, then I feel like the energy is that they're thinking about whether or not they want to lose their own independence. And they might be resistant, but they're trying to gain the energy, the strength. And especially with the sun coming up, with them, to go back to the Ace of Pentacles, this could be causing a lot of hesitancy. Like what type of offer or what type of move they would want to make toward you might be causing a little bit of stress. And they are deep in thought over it, but I am sensing the energy that they want to figure it out. Like they want to come to a point where they're happy. Whatever that may look like. Let's see. Before we get to the Oracle, I want to what is justice? Why is justice here? What is this person, Pile Two's crush, thinking about? What does justice mean to them? What are they thinking about when it comes to Pile Two? Ooh, that's obviously way too much. Let's see. Spirit, why is justice here? Okay. So, what is this? Three of Wands. There might be a distance between you and this person that was created. Even with the crush, there could have been drama. Even if nothing was grounded into a connection. So if there's already been drama and you haven't even like officially made that step toward a relationship, they are feeling and sensing the distance, and I feel like they're in deep thought over it and they want to make it better. Knight of Wands. Wow. They have passion for you. They have a lot of strong passion. A lot of fire energy, Leo specifically. And again, we have a lot of we actually have a lot of all energy with the tarot. But with the Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo is a little bit more just because there's a lot of Pentacles coming up. All right, I want to get into the Oracle. So the first Oracle, I want to see, we're using Divine Animal Oracle because I want to ask Spirit, like, how do they view you? Your crush. What animal? What's the energy? What's the best animal of Spirit of how Pile Two's crush views or thinks about Pile Two? Thank you, Spirit. What animal? How do they view? Whoa. What an interesting representation of peacock. This looks like India just because of the potentially. So this is card number 39 and it says peacock. What does that say? Prosperity. At the bottom, I'm not sure if you could see the fine print right above the word peacock. So they view you as, again, you're the Queen of Wands. So you are very attractive in their eyes. Jaguar. Wow. Release. Card number 9. I wouldn't be surprised if they have like fantasize about you. 7 of Cups in reverse could also be them having those type of wet dreams, fantasizing with the fire energy. And again, just with the energy of the Queen of Wands, and you came out as the peacock. Like, I really am thinking they think you're beautiful. They think you are stunning. Okay, so I want to get into just trying to figure out which oracle I want to go to next. I want to get into the true love. What do they see, Spirit? Pal 2's crush. What is the viewpoint? What are they thinking as far as a connection goes when it comes to Pal 2, Spirit? What could you tell us? Let's get maybe 1 or 2 cards, Spirit. What is Pal 2's crush thinking about Pal 2? What perspective are we getting? Okay. So, emotional freedom. Okay. We have self-respect and serendipity. Interesting. So this person, you and this person might have a lot of serendipity or signs or something happening where both of you are understanding that there might be a divine at work or at place when it comes to you and this person. Or it might be something that you're noticing as well, but I feel like they're noticing it. Like there might be, you run into each other, or, things just keep happening that bring you into a moment. We also have self-respect. Now, I wonder if this person is viewing you and thinking that you are trying to, that maybe you have a lot of self-respect, especially if they are at a distance with you at this point. If they did something that was like, but you're still crushing on them. I mean, they're still the person you're thinking about. They might be knowing or thinking that you are kind of setting your own type of boundary. Now, we also have emotional freedom. I'm curious to see what that that could stand for them, really starting to be in their emotions for you. Like really starting to understand exactly what it is about you. I'm looking at 2 roses. Is it something more than skin and deep? Is it more than just beauty and physical attraction? So we're going to ask romance angels, what else? Like this person, how are they? Let's make sure that Peacock is here. How are they viewing or thinking about you, pile 2? What is your crush thinking about you? What 2 cards? 1 fell on my lap. Okay. What is this? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. I wonder if this could be them healing family issues. Now, this could be them with their own past energy. That could be where their block is, whether or not they want to remain single. This could also be, why the 9 of Pentacles here is in reverse. Like they may have just gotten out of something, says you deserve love. and take it as it resonates. You may or may not know what's going on in this person's personal life. But that could be what they're currently dealing with. And family issues, this could be just cycles, relationship cycles that they are kind of connecting the dots and like learning and healing. So it could be something like that they're kind of getting to a place where they might be wanting to open their heart again. And now they have their eye on the peacock, which is you know. And I wonder with the, you deserve love, if they are at that stage in deep reflection with the Four of Swords, are they ready for a new connection with someone? Okay. So our last oracle for your reading is the Moonology. And I want to see like what's might be coming towards you with this crush. We're going to ask spirit, like, what is your crush thinking of you? Are there any intentions? Are there any actions that this person is thinking about? Or in general, what are they thinking about? Any last details that we could get, spirit? Thank you so much. Let's get, okay, I think I'm going to stop there. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries, fire energy again. So I think this could be where this person is at energetically. Let's see. And it says it's a new moon. It's a fresh start. First quarter moon, your commitment is being tested. And this goes back to them debating whether or not they want to be single or headed towards you in some way. Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. So they're probably deep in their emotion as well when it comes to you. And a part of me is sensing that they are healing from something. They're trying to get into balance. I believe there was Libra energy earlier, if I remember correctly. And I'm feeling like that's the justice, Like that is what they want to figure out how to achieve with you. And it feels like they are having mutual feelings. Like, and again, this feels more than just a crush to me, pal, too. And it might not resonate with all of you, but I think the majority of you that chose this rose has a deeper feelings for this person. And I am sensing that this person also is feeling those something deep going on when it comes to you. Now, if this could also be past energy with you, if you and this person had a false start, or you already went through a whole cycle with this person, and again, meaning like you could be dealing with this person on and off for a while. Crushes could last a long time if you allow it. But I think it's time to take action. Now, whether that is you or this person, but again, we're asking about what your crush thinks of you. So they could be really debating whether or not to do it. Luck is on your side. Wow. So this is where we're going to end your reading, pile 2. How interesting. Really deep. This was, and I had a feeling with the rose. But if this resonated, let me know. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Light Seers Tarot, or if you chose the Clover, then this is your reading, pile 3. So it says luck, of course, with the 4-leaf clover, and simplicity. So, what an interesting card to come out when I was shuffling before. The rose came out, passion flower, and then, of course, to end, the selection Clover came out. Ironically, we just, for those of you that are here at the time that I'm posting, we are ending the week of St. Patrick's Day. And that being said, this is a timeless reading. So regardless of when you come across this pile 3, this is, the messages are meant for you, regardless of when you come across. So we're tuning in with the energy of your crush, pile 3. And we're asking Spirit today, this person you're crushing on, regardless of, I'm not sure if I cut the deck, so I'm going to do it one more time if I did already. Regardless of your connection with this person, like, what is this person thinking about you? What is your crush thinking about you, pile 3? Let's get 4, and then we're going to get some clarifiers. So, Spirit, again, thank you so much for being here for pile 3 today. Okay. Spirit, what is pile 3's crush thinking about them? What is pile 3's crush thinking about when it comes to pile 3? So we have the 5 of Swords coming up in reverse. Interesting. What is pile 3's crush thinking about for pile 3? Wow. So we have the King of Swords coming up. Hi. What's up, honey? That's Cloud Strife. He's, I don't know if you heard him, but he could be very loud. Hi, honey. Okay. Spirit, what else is pile 3 thinking about when it comes to pile 3? Pile 3's crush. What's pile 3's crush thinking about? Hold on. No, Cloud. What is pile 3's crush thinking about? So we have the Page of Wands coming up. Both of these fell on the ground. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if it was reversed or upright, but we're going to take it upright because that's the way I'm looking at it. But we'll see. We'll see what other details comes out. But Spirit, what is pile 3's crush thinking about pile 3 right now at this time? What is... So we have 3 of Wands. Interesting. Okay. And now we're going to get some clarifiers before we get into it. So we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. What is pile 3's crush thinking about pile 3's? So we have the 8 of Pentacles. Wow, what a colorful card in this deck. The Light Seers. Okay, Spirit, why is the King of Swords here? What is pile 3's crush thinking about when it comes to pile 3? Crush's mind. Okay. So we have another king. King of Wands. Wow. Okay. So a king clarifying a king. Wow. Okay. Spirit, what is pile 3's crush thinking about when it comes to pile 3? What is that? Pile 3's crush's mind. So we have, what is this? The Hierophant in reverse. Okay. Hi, Cloud. So Cloud is officially making an appearance. Hi, baby. Hi, Bubba. He's so beautiful. As I try to push him off the table. I'm kidding. It's not like that, but you know what I mean. Okay, why is the 3 of Wands here? What is Pile three's person. Pile three's crush. Thank you. Pile three. So we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Interesting. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to pause. Hang on one second, guys. I'm so sorry. I had to pause because Cloud Strife was being a little bit, just being a little bit naughty when, anywho, let me shuffle one more time so I can get back into it. Oh my goodness, that was the last card. You know what? We'll get one more for the Clover. I actually got an extra card as well for pile two. It all works out. Everything always works out. Luck is on our side. So pile three. For pile three's crush spirit, let's get one last card. Why? What is pile three's crush thinking about when it comes to pile three? Okay. Our last card then is Temperance. And Temperance is card number 14, which is fire energy, Sagittarius. We also have card number 5. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. We have swords. We have fire energy, a lot of it, now that I'm looking. And some swords. So fire energy could be, like we said, Sag, Aries, Leo with the wands. And we also have a little bit of Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. But again, this is just the energy of the reading. It doesn't necessarily mean that your person has to be specific sign. Take it as it resonates. Okay. I'm doing it again. Oh my goodness. It looks like we have to get one more card. Spirit, let's get another bonus card. What is pile three's person thinking of pile three? Okay. Knight of Swords. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy is Ace of Cups with our extra card. Wow. So what is your person thinking, pile three, when it comes to you? I really do feel like, I feel like they want to move forward toward you. Now, I'm not sure if they want to move forward in a committed way. This might just be someone that wants to really have a passionate encounter with you. But take it as it resonates. I mean, this person really is thinking of, I feel a little yearning coming through. But above all, I do believe that they may see you as someone that they need to fight for. We got the 5 of Swords coming up in reverse. Now, this could mean a plethora of things, but clarifying with it is the 8 of Pentacles. So I feel like this person might be like, really, if they're not putting in effort, I feel like they want to put in effort to fight for you. They might be really trying to show you that they are interested in some way. You know, with this King energy, I feel like this person that you are crushing on has confidence. I'm sensing this person is really not overthinking it when it comes to you. Like, they're really coming in. And I feel like they're putting in the work. Like, they are putting in effort. Okay. Now, with the King of Swords, they might really want to learn a lot about you. I feel like they are trying to be strategic. So if you and this person are like just text messaging each other, they might be really controlling what they are typing, what they are saying, rereading it, double checking before they send. Like, they could be very detailed when it comes to how they are communicating with you. I also feel like I'm getting the energy that they might be checking up on you in some way. Like they are, I don't know. I want to say there might be people that they're asking about when it comes to you. They might also be looking at your social media. I always get that sense when I feel with this energy. But again, if you are already communicating with this person, it could also be that they are really just wanting to learn a lot about you. Now, this person also feels very passionate. You know, the King of Wands could be very fast moving energy, and it's, look at this lion. This is fire energy. The King of Wands is, even though there's a lion here and it represents Leo, King of Wands is more Sagittarius, but regardless, it's fire energy, and I feel like this person wants to come in hot. And they might already be coming in hot, your current crush. And then we got the Page of Wands. So they could be really flirty. They could be very flirty. They may not be showing you signs that they are coming in with any sort of committed offer. Like this may very well be in their mind something that's not. And again, I hope this does not hurt you, or I hope this is not something you don't want to hear. Either way, this is the energy I'm picking up. But I don't feel like this person wants a committed relationship, at least at this point in time. They are yearning for your energy. I do feel like they are really turned on by you. And like I said, like they might want something short-lived. It might not be something that's long-winded, is what they're imagining or thinking about when it comes to you. Okay. Now we also have the Knight of Swords. So I do feel like you could very well be in the stages of learning about each other. Text messaging or chatting each other up. However that may be, online or whatever. I feel like that could be where this energy is right now with the Knight of Swords and King of Swords. Now, if you are not communicating with this person, then I feel like they're thinking about it. And I also feel like they might really be checking up on your social media. Now, as far as temperance, that could be like their passion. Like they're trying to balance it out. Something about your energy is turning them on. Sorry, I had to pause real quick. I really had to blow my nose. I'm still recovering from the flu. So I apologize. So before we get into the oracle, I just want to make sure there's no other clarifiers before we switch over. So let me give it one last moment. I kind of want to see what this energy is more. Like what are they, why is the Eight of Pentacles here? What's the conflict with the Five of Swords? I have a sense that it's them wanting to fight for your energy, them putting in the work, them really making a move. But I want to see if there's any other details. Okay. Two of Pentacles. Wow. Six of Wands. Like, I do feel like they are striving for success. They have made a decision. Now, as far as the Two of Pentacles, they could have a lot going on in their life. This could be something work related, but again, take it as it resonates with the Pentacles energy. But they could be weighing, like they could in their mind feel like success with you is 50-50. So they're going to go in and hope that they are lucky. Like that's the energy. But again, I'm not feeling too much serious, like committed Five of Pentacles. It's almost like it could go either way in their mind with you. They could have success, and I think that's like in their mind, they want to stay confident, they want to be assured. So their communication is going to be very precise, very intelligent. You're going to feel like this person it's a very good communicator. And they know they are. They're very strategic. But even though they're logically being strategic when it comes to you and they're being careful, they still are coming in hot. I'm wondering if they are love bombing a little bit, maybe like too flirty. But again, that might not be for everyone's crush. Okay. So it could be for a few of you though, that this person is really strong, coming in strong. Okay. But let's see what the animal. So we're going to look at the oracle. The first one is Divine Animal Oracle. I want to see like the energy that your crush has when they are thinking of you. Like, Spirit, out of all the divine animals in this deck, what animal is Pile 3's crush really like looking at or thinking about energetically when it comes to Pile 3, Spirit? What animal best represents Pile 3? Okay. Whoa. Wow, how sexy. And of course, it's the cat. It's the black cat. What does that say? Intuition. As Moon meows in the background. Or no, that was Cloud Strife. Wow. Okay, I'm so captivated by this. It's just so stunning. Now, this person could be also like really feeling a good, like intuitively speaking, they may be really feeling your energy. Like they're really attracted. Like I can't take my eyes off this card. It also reminds me of Gemini energy, Libra, with the two cats, and then you see one in the middle. Actually, there's three cats. Wow. I don't know if you could see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Technically, if we're going to look at the mask. Either way, beautiful. Beautiful. Dolphin. Happiness. Wow. So your crush sees you as someone that's really sexy, thinks of you as someone, and again, they are in their sacral space because I see a lot of wands. I know that they are really feeling attracted to you. I mean, let's be honest. Now, whether or not that results in like the relationship that you're looking for, this person's intention could eventually become in a committed sense, but I don't think they're thinking like that right now. Let's see though. So, True Love Oracle, Spirit, what could we gain? What could we learn about Pile 3's crush? What is Pile 3's crush thinking about when it comes to Pile 3 Spirit? True Love Oracle. What is Pile 3 thinking about? Okay. Bottom of the deck, the Garden. Ooh, this kind of reminds me of 8 of Pentacles. Putting in the work, seeing what's going to blossom. I wonder if they are putting in effort, and it could be as like simplicity. Look, they could be really thinking about, wow. So we have spiritual maturity, and it's interesting because intuition came out. I wonder if this person views you or sees you as someone, like they might be the exact opposite because their energy feels very like, fire and loud and action oriented. It could be you that has this energy. So take it as it resonates. But then I see like spiritual maturity, the rainbow reviver, the cat with intuition. And that feels like someone more. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Cloud just knocked over my necklace stand, but give me 1 second. Sorry about that. You know what's funny? We're talking a lot about passion. And if I were to say between Moon and Cloud Strife, my two cats, Cloud Strife, who is a Bengal cat, has so much passion and zest. And that is the energy I am feeling. Even him knocking down the necklace stand, like he just has so much pent up energy that as soon as I finish your reading, I'm going to play with him, you know, at least for an hour. Like he doesn't even need catnip. And that's the energy I'm sensing from this person. So, or vice versa, take the energy as it fits. But then the opposite energy I am feeling someone that's a little bit more mature, a little bit more reserved, a little bit more intuitive. So this person could be viewing you as someone with that type of like intuitive, spiritual, wise energy. Like this also feels like the Queen of Wands to me, just the way this, I don't know why. Okay. So we are going to do Romance Angels, and I want to ask Spirit, the same thing, like what other details, what is your crush thinking about you right now? Romantic wise. Spirit, what is Pal 3's crush thinking about when it comes to this connection with Pal 3? Or even if it's not really a connection, in the grounded into the 3D, since this is your crush. But I'm curious to see like what the energy is using this oracle deck. So Spirit, what is Pal 3's crush thinking about? What is the best cards that could come out for Pal 3's person? Okay. So interesting. You deserve love was the bottom of the deck energy, and that could just be the collective energy. This is a crush reading, so even your crush could be in the energy of just needing that reminder that everyone deserves love. Like, okay, honeymoon and separation. Now, separation could be the yearning I'm feeling. Like if you and this person aren't really like physically connected yet, that could be the energy I'm sensing. Like even this dramatic like person, and it could be a ghost that this person is thinking of, but this could be someone in bed fantasizing about the other person. So I feel like your crush probably does fantasize. I mean, again, there's a lot of wands energy. And we also have the honeymoon. So if this is a new person, I am feeling that light-hearted, blissful honeymoon stage that could sometimes feel so good, right? So I feel like this person has that sweet energy, and again, I feel like they're yearning for you. So our last oracle that we're going to be looking at before we end your reading today is the Moonology, because I wanted to see if there's any action or intention towards you that your crush may have when they're thinking about you. So thank you again, Spirit, for being here today for Pal 3 with this reading. So as we come to the Moonology deck, Spirit, for Pal 3's crush, what is Pal 3's crush person thinking? Let's get 2 or 3. When it comes to Pal 3, Spirit, what is Okay. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius, more fire energy. And what do we got? Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. And communication seemed to be a big theme. I feel the energy that most of you already are communicating with this person. And I think either you are being very careful or this person is being very careful with the type of messages that are going both ways. And with the knight, I mean, with the swords, King of Swords, Knight of Swords coming up, I feel like this person thinks it's very important to be careful with how they present themselves to you. And if that means how they're communicating at this time, that's kind of where they're at. Take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. So this could also be the energy of, this person really needing to ground themselves, especially if they're feeling really passionate. What do you need to release? Waning moon. And again, this could be this energy, especially if they're yearning, especially if they have a lot of passion. That could be really taxing when someone is in that state of really putting in effort and action. It might do them well for them to take a moment or a breath. This could also be advice for you that's coming out. But since we're asking about your crush and what they're thinking about, they might be reminding themselves, like, slow down, take a breath, be careful with how you communicate. Like, they might be reminding themselves that you need to be handled with care. That's the quality that they're looking at you with. Okay? So that's where we're going to leave your reading today. Pile 3 on what your crush is thinking about at this time for you. So if this resonated or makes sense, please let me know. I hope to see you next time. Bye, guys.